warm good morning to one and all. I'm so happy to initiate this generic talk series 2024. I mean 24th generic talk series of RMK Engineering College. And I'm so proud to say that we at RMK Engineering College take a lot of efforts in reducing the industry institute gap, and we are associated with various industries as knowledge partners, such that every 60 student is getting trained on an exclusive domain under the guidance of the industry. For example, our electrical and electronics engineering department is aligned in embedded system domain and trained by HCL Tech right from second year, and they will be coming for recruiting our students. And this academic year, 50% of the students are recruited by HCL Tech on embedded domain. Similarly, for all departments, the same process is happening, and our management is taking a lot of efforts to ensure that all the students are getting quality training and quality placement. These industries also contribute 40% of the curriculum for each domain. Another major initiative taken by our management is conducting generic talk series on every Sunday by inviting experts from various industries for sharing their expertise in industry expectations. This helps our students to fine-tune their skills to suit with the industry expectations. Today, we are organizing the 24th generic talk series, and I'm so privileged to welcome Shri Sai Krishna Rao, Senior General Manager, Education Field Services, Schneider Electric India Private Limited, Bangalore. On behalf of our respected Chairman, Vice Chairman, other members of management, and our faculty team, I extend a warm welcome to Shri Sai Krishna Rao. We are indeed grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation by sparing your valuable time with us, even on a precious holiday. I welcome you, sir, once again to this generic talk series, and many of our students will be joining through the YouTube link provided, and this will be benefiting them a lot. So once again, I welcome you, sir. And now I invite Dr. R. Meena Kumari, Professor Tripoli, to give a brief career graph of Mr. Sai Krishna Rao.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good morning to one and all present here. I'm very privileged to introduce the chief guest, Shri Sai Krishna Rao, Senior General Manager, Educational Field Services, Schneider Electric India Limited. So he received his B in ECE from BMS College of Engineering, and then he molded himself as a leader and a development leader in landmark education, and he carried out his professional studies on curriculum for living senior leadership development course, leader ontology, between 2003 to 2010. Shri Sai Krishna Rao has 35 plus years of work experience in the various types of industries as a business leader, people transformation, and organizational development professional. His earlier assignments were Vice President and Business Unit Head, ABB India Limited, Head of Operations, Electronics Manufacturing Services in Centrum Electronics Limited, Head of Business and Program Leader in Landmark Worldwide, and a Senior Consultant, Talent Transformation in Wipro India Limited. He is currently focusing on program development for educational equipment services and impact business for Middle East and African region at Schneider Electric Private India. Accountable for creating the skill ecosystem for enabling the TVET, technical and vocational educational training, diploma and engineering students to be employable in energy management and automation industries. He is going to give his expertise talk on the mega trends in energy and automation segment and the need for the future skills in core sector. I hope everyone connected in the link will get a valid input and a beautiful explosion about this particular topic. Sir, the forum is open to all. Now you can take over the session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Meena Kumari. Thank you, Dr. Geeta Ramdas. And thank you, Dr. Magesh Tangavelu, for giving me this excellent opportunity to reach out to the youth in the region that you are there in Tamil Nadu. Not only Tamil Nadu, I know that this will percolate, or this will be of use and interest to youth, whoever is going to watch later, because it's going to be streamed on the YouTube. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate the kind of work that RMK is doing in educating the youth or bringing awareness to the youth in various subject matter. And for me, it's like a yajna, that 52 weeks every Sunday, keeping aside your valuable time, inviting people from different fields and industries to share their expertise so that the youth are benefited. I think one of the rarest activity that I have seen any institute doing across in India. I've not heard about this. That 52 weeks every week without fail. And today I know that you have a family day in your institution. Despite that celebration, you've taken the valuable time to come and not let this event go. So that tells me the commitment that you have. And that is really, really or highly appreciable. And I feel so privileged to be part of this event. So thank you very much. So for me, madam, you said it's a Sunday. I've kept my time aside and come. For me, this is the first thing. That skilling the youth, making the youth employable, and contributing to the economy. It's for me a privilege. It's not a job for me. So when you invited, or Dr. Meena Kumari invited, I feel, wow, this is such a great opportunity for me to come and share. So, there is no inconvenience for me. For me, it is an opportunity. So, what's the context for today's? Why I was thinking, what should I share with all of you, youth? One of the things that I want to share with you, or which you already know, is the world has moved on in a new era of performance completely. What was there, how the world was operating a decade ago, and this decade, it's in a completely new domain, and it is going with such a speed that things are so volatile, right? It's a VUCA world, uncertain, it's volatile, and it's moving with so much innovation and changes happening every day. But one of the things that I see a lack of awareness in the education sector is that uh, it is generalized that all is happening only in the IT world. So everybody thinks that this changes is happening in the IT world only. But what is to be brought to your awareness is the IT world is changing things, but the changes is not happening only in the IT world. You see, there's a difference. IT has come as a technology, and IT is actually altering everything, including core sectors. So, as youth, when you look at your career growth or career aspiration, you will miss out a large opportunity that you have to develop your careers in most exciting fields. And those exciting fields exist in the core sector where IT has come in. So just by thinking that I will develop my career only in IT services, you're going to steal away an opportunity that all of us had. I'm a electronics engineer, but then I had a wonderful career of 35 years in various fields, and my major satisfaction comes when I look at my career, having done so many projects in core industry when I was in ABB, for example, steel plants, refineries, space department. So many things are there. Like we have. I had an opportunity to go to apply the learnings and gain a lot of experience and confidence. So just sitting in an IT company in front of a computer is not a career aspiration only, which is good, definitely. It's not a bad thing. But you can have career development in core sectors as well, which will be high in technology, which you will see in a while. I'll show you some things. And fulfilling, satisfying, right, is what I would like to share with you today. Now, so why has this happened? Because information technology has converged with operation technology, which is in the core sectors. So the intention of this session is to bring the awareness of the technology and the skills required in the new era by presencing the mega trend. So a lot of one of the ways that you as youth can look at how to skill or what to skill yourself by looking at how the world is moving, and how the world is moving. If you want to know, you start looking at the trends. So there are some mega trends that I want to bring in to our awareness and showcase the requirement of future skills so that you as students can prepare yourself or set your mind into it, set your direction into it, and then develop your skills in that area and take the benefit of it. Right. So with that as a context, I'm going to share the screen with with a PPT so that I can reference that and then progress my talk further. So you're able to see the screen, madam?
Yes, sir, we are able to see.
Okay, thank you. So the topic of the day is mega trends in energy and automation segments and the need for future skills in core sectors. So when we talk about energy today, today's in today's context, energy is a large subject, but today's context, when I'm talking about energy, I'm talking about the field of electricity. Okay. And when you talk about automation, I'm talking about automation in manufacturing and automation in process automation, right? So because there is automation in software development also. So I want you to be mindful about that. Right. And core sectors we're talking about is about electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, electronics, etc. These are the core sectors where it will contribute to the growth of the economy. What developments are happening which will contribute to the growth of the economy. So we're going to look at what are the mega trends in these sectors, which is energy and automation, and the need for future skills in these core sectors. So going forward, I want to present you what's the situation today in the market. If you look at from the employment market, as per the study, 48% of Indian employers find it difficult to fill up job vacancies due to talent shortages. Where? In the core sectors. Even on the IT, they have the same complaint. Though the focus of institutions today have been largely into IT, the complaint is still there. Now, 70% of the 15 million candidates who enter workforce every year are not job ready. See, this is something that you need to take into cognizance, that even after 4 years of engineering that you put your effort, you're not ready for the jobs. It's not your issue. It's simply because technology is going at a pace that anything that you do today is bringing that gap. 45% of the students are only skilled to be employable for various industries. So this is what is one data point on the employment market. If you look at government, the government is actually looking for developing uh, resources for higher education, 25 million, 2.5 crores basically, meeting world skills through India Skill Mission. So that is another data point. The government is investing a lot. Skill India movement started in 2015 by Mr. Modi, and that is continuing. Today, we are seeing the government departments in technical education are so much aware that they are willing to invest in developing skills of the youth in institutions. If you look at technical institutions, they are actually confronting a huge gap in the education curriculum, which is rapidly developing based on IoT technology, which all of you are aware. And then one of the things that you are seeing is the technical institutions are struggling to be relevant. One of the, you see that today there are very less takers for electrical engineering, mechanical, or electronics, civil, etc., which are the core foundation for an economy. But people are not, students are not willing to take it. So the question of how relevant it is, the relevance of the institutions today is becoming a question. Then you will also recognize the need for vocational courses that can be integrated in the curriculum is being expressed. That there is awareness that the engineering colleges or the universities uh, across the country are actually being aware that we need to also develop skilling of the youth, industry relevant skilling, along with the concept learning that which is already there. So this is the situation of the market, right? And you will have to primarily notice on the employment market, there's a gap between what is needed and what is provided. So this is one data point. Now, let's look at the trends that we're looking at. If you look at, there are three major trends that is emerging. One of the trend that is emerging is urbanization. Urbanization means a lot of cities are going to now be developed. A lot of people are going to move to cities. The study says 2.5 billion people are going to move to cities by 2050. 2.5 billion is almost more than 40% of the current population of the world. They are going to move to cities from various remote areas that they're living right now from. Now, they're going to move to cities is one thing. Existing cities? No, there'll be new cities as well. So a lot of urbanization is going to come in. Digitization is going to come in. Okay, and industrialization. So I want to talk about these three trends. In a while, I'll go a little deeper into that. And in short, the whole study says because of these trends, the world will be more electric. The world will be more focusing on efficiency. The world will be more connected and it will be more distributed. This is how the whole world is going to move, becoming more electric, more efficient, it will be more connected, and it will be more distributed. But let's look at these three trends: urbanization, digitization, and industrialization. When we talk about urbanization, I said people are going to move to cities. That means it will call for more cities and it will call for, you know, something called smart cities. So because if we have to now accommodate a lot of people with technologies being available, definitely common sense says that we need to use the technologies to make the city smart so that it is more efficient, right? It is more useful and helpful and productive for the citizens. So what is going to come then is smart city technologies. So I'm now connecting the trend to the technology that you're looking at. Smart city technologies then will require, if you look at what are the elements of a smart city, smart water, smart buildings and homes, smart mobility, smart energy, smart integration, and smart public services. If you look at each of them, I want you to look at each of them and see in smart water. And one of the things that you can do from now, this moment onwards, is looking at whatever branch of engineering you're right now studying. Okay, your now presence will be, as I'm moving from topic to topic, is to look at what are the different skills that may require, what are the different technologies that may be there, how can I actually get ready to any of these technologies that interest me. But before that, I'm bringing that awareness called, look here, there are so many opportunities for you in so many different areas. You don't have to only think about something like going and sitting in an IT company and doing a web development or some software development or something, right? Or learning some subject matter. While that is good, but you start looking at, oh, these are the technologies I can contribute. For example, smart water. When you look at smart water, there is smart water network management, stormwater and urban water flooding management. See, there are new topics that we have never aware. Wastewater treatment plants, desalination plants. Each of them have a lot of technologies that are going there. If you look at from smart buildings, you will see intelligent buildings. You never heard about intelligent building. How can a building be intelligent, right? There will be building management systems, right? Smart homes and building automation. It's a new subject if you can think. Safety and security of buildings. Because there's so many new buildings are going to come, right? And their buildings are the guzzlers of energy. So we need to be really mindful about how can we save energy in a building? How can we make it more comfortable? How can we make it more secure? How can we make it more safe? Right? So a lot of technology goes just into building. By the way, just to give you an insight, building industry is such a growing industry for jobs. Uh, Schneider's uh, turnover is around $38 billion, okay, worldwide, out of which 40% of business in comes from buildings only, building technologies only. So you can imagine, and we are not the only player. There is Siemens, there is ABB, a lot of other competitors working. So you can see building industry itself such a big industry because there's so many technologies there, and all of you have an opportunity to build a career only in building industry. I'm just bringing to presence because there's so much technologies over there. Mobility. Now, if you look at EV charging, EV electric vehicles is now moving on because there are two things that drives. One, our focus on sustainability, that is reducing our dependency on uh, on the fuel rather than moving and therefore contributing to decarbonization and to bring down the temperature of the world, of the planet. That is driving the force to move towards electric vehicles, right? So fossil based fuels are being less encouraged and electrical energy is being now more focused. So EV smart mobility is going to be the demand over there. Similarly, and you can see electrical trains, traction technology, all others are moving up. You look at from a smart energy, smart grid is coming, compact substations are coming, microgrids are coming. So these are the other technologies which is being driven in smart city technology. Then smart integration, stakeholder management, integrated city management platforms, weather intelligence. These are all emerging to actually for smart integration of a city. And then smart public services, public safety, right? Emergency management, digital city services, intelligent street lighting management. So we can see in each of the blocks, there will be a lot of technologies. And there will be no dearth for jobs to be really true. It's only that today we are not aware, we are not equipped, and we are not able to create or able to capture these jobs, right? So this is the trend of urbanization, the outcome of urbanization. Now let's go to the next trend. Next trend is digitization. Why digitization becomes important, right? one of the drivers of digitization today is actually the Internet of Things. Now, Internet of Things is what? It has made you know, now things which were operating without intelligence, you are adding intelligence, taking data from that, applying analytics to the data, and then using the analytics, we are developing software to make anything more productive or more usable, right? So digitization is, but the drive from digitization, where it is coming from? Look at one data point here, okay? 50 billion products are being to be connected by 2030. This is as per the study. 50 billion is 7 times the human population. All of us are connected through to the internet today through our mobile phone. How many? 7 billion. 7, not 4 billion people are connected out of 7 billion to the internet through our mobile phones, etc. But wait and see, the Internet of Things is creating 50 billion products to be connected into by 2020. That is 7 times the size of the human population is going to be connected, right? So that's the data point. Now let's look at, but what's driving it? One of the major things that drives is that our concern for this planet. See, it is told if you don't do anything, the temperature of the planet will increase so fast, right? That it will make life very uncomfortable to live. So the world has come together today to create an agreement. That agreement that we have created is that we shall strive to limit the global warming to just 1.5 degrees increase in temperature by 2050. So this is a commitment that together of the world has made for itself, that we will limit the global warming to just 1.5 degrees by 2050. And we have drawn out a action plan how to do that. One of the milestone of that is that we have said by 2030 we need to reduce carbon emission in the planet up to around 10 to 15 gigatrillion. We need to save carbon emission up to 10 to 15 gigatrillion. Today, we are at around 3 gigatrillion. So, in the next 5 years, from where we are today, we have to move to 10 to 15 gigatrillion reduction of carbon emissions into the atmosphere. So, this is a big challenge. Now, how do we do that? One of the normal ways people think is that, okay, let's reduce where this, if and look at where this carbon emission coming. 80% of the carbon emission is coming from energy resources. What do you mean energy resources? We are consuming fossil fuels, the petrols and the diesels and all that, right? The manufacturing of it actually throws a lot of carbon emission into the atmosphere. So 80% comes from there, right? Even for manufacturing of electricity today, right? A lot of fuels are utilized. So all that is coming to the atmosphere. So we need to then move to, if we are, normal thinking is okay, fossil fuels are contributing to this. Let's go to renewable energy. So one thought process is, if you put more renewable energy, will reduce the emission of the carbon into the atmosphere. But that's not the truth. Only putting renewable energy plants like solar plants and hydro plants are not going to serve this intention. It is not going to solve the problem. Then how do we do it? So you can see that carbon emissions can be removed not only by decarbonization, that is only 45% of the target can be decarbonized by going through renewable energy, storage energy, etc. But the rest 55% comes from two different actions. One, electrification. By all the consumptions that we are having today, wherever the consumption is depend on fossil fuel, we can go to electrification. Therefore, EV is now much in demand, because the more we use electric vehicles, more consumption of the fossil fuel is going to be lesser. If the fossil fuel demand is lesser, then the production of fossil fuel will go down, and production of fossil fuel demand is lesser, the carbon emission is going to go down. So that's driving one of the forces. Second, if you see, if from a digitization standpoint, we're looking at the trend why digitalization is increasing. This is where the answer. 25% of energy we want to save consumption. You have to reduce the demand also, right? You simply can't produce and simply waste. Suppose if you can reduce the demand itself by saving on energy, that will actually contribute to the decarbonization. How do we do save? Is first to measure something. How do we measure? We have to digitize something. If we digitize something, we are able to get data, and then we can measure. And how does digitize? So then we are looking at energy efficiency. We're looking at improving process efficiencies. We're looking at technologies using like digital twins and metaverse to monitor and to advise in the saving of energy. So digitization is going to be high demand. 50, like I said, 50 billion products would be connected. Data will be measured. It will be analyzed and advised to the users how and where they can actually save our energy, right? So that is one thing. And what is helping digitalization is the Internet of Things. See, operation technologies has been in the planet improving in automation, etc., for so many decades now, more than three and a half decades, 4 decades. But everything was blind. Okay. For example, I'll take an example of electrical energy systems. We have in an electrical energy system, we have generators, we have transformers, we have motors, then we have switchgear, etc. These were now we were operating it, and then we are automating it, we are maintaining it. But we were not aware what's happening in the working of it in the system. For example, we were not aware, what will happen if what is the status of a transformer insulation today, right? Or what is the bus bar temperature today, which is carrying the current. We are not aware about it. But today, thanks to sensor technologies, where we are able to create, micro sensors, etc., which you can embed in each of these systems, and you can measure the temperature, you can measure the current remotely, right? And it is wireless also. All that because of the Internet of Things technology, we are now able to connect the data. And the data is now connected to the automation layer. From automation layer, now it is connected to the cloud, where all this data are now analyzed, right? Software is applied, analyzed, and then advisory, softwares are developed for optimization of energy and optimization of process. So there is a convergence between operation technology today. This is very critical. Okay, this is a disruption. Convergence of operation technology with the information technology. That today data is moving connected from the operation layer to the information layer. Analytics are used to make it more efficient. So this is digitalization is driving a whole new opportunity for optimization of energy and optimization process. And look at the whole opportunity that we are facing as a world. Today, we are able to, because of this, we are able to save energy in industry by around 15%, in buildings by 20-30%, right? The reduction of carbon emission is now gone from minus 20% up to 90%. Data centers, one of the things that you can see today, because of the data requirement, right? Data centers are coming up. A lot of data centers are coming up, which is a high guzzler of energy there again, right? For maintaining cooling, etc. There we are able to save energy by around 15%. Lot of energy are saved. 40 to 50% of energy is saved at the at homes, right? So we are able to achieve by digitization 60 to 90% of carbon reduction. So that's the big impact of digitization. And that's how the trend is moving towards. So one of the areas that you then look at is developing the skills in Internet of Things, right? Analytics, sensor technologies, etc. Right? So that's one area. Another different. Sorry, these are the three different areas that you can actually focus on skilling yourself. Let's go to industrialization. The third pillar or the third trend that is emerging. Industrialization is talking about manufacturing, right? A lot of manufacturing is going to come. It is going to definitely, what do you call, create more energy demand. Around 50% more energy will be consumed by 2050 as compared to today. But one of the important things industrialization is going to drive is smart manufacturing. So we talked about smart cities. We talked about digitization, which is enabled by Internet of Things, analytics, sensor technology, etc. Now we're going to look at from a smart manufacturing. Let's look at what are the different components of smart manufacturing that enables or requires different levels of skilling. We look at from smart, when you say smart manufacturing, it has six different components or elements. One is increase in performance and efficiency, right? So that is called high performing lines, planning and operations, smart supply chains. So this is one area for our for your developing skills and build your careers. The other area that you look at, other element is reliability and availability. These lines have to be reliable and they have to be always available for manufacturing, which means the assets, all the production line has to be available, it means you have to be conditioned, you have to monitor the conditions regularly and use predictive maintenance technologies such that they don't stop operating. We'll have to also look at the optimum performance of the assets. So if you look at again, this is another field altogether that you can focus on. This itself is a field where you can focus on to develop your career. Product capacity improvement, right? If you look at automation, industrial automation is going to be another. Robotization, robotics, that what you hear a lot actually goes into smart manufacturing. Then you see other element is safety and security, cyber security. Now cyber security, most of you believe, is only in software. No, even a PLC, a drive, right, that goes in a manufacturing plant needs cyber security today. Imagine you are sitting in some place of the world, you can get into a steel plant network, and if you just stop a drive or stop a motor, it will be catastrophic because the whole plant can be messed by stopping one large motor or stopping a generator, right? Stopping a process of a kiln by shutting down a PLC, the whole process can come down because all of them are connected. So cyber security in operation technology is important. Safety is important. Compliance is important. So this is another area that you can develop your career. The technologies exist and develop your career. Sustainability. From sustainability demand, you will see we need to focus on energy management, right? Power, that is reduction, productivity in usage of power efficiency, etc. So that is another area. Then, if you look at human productivity improvement, agility of operators, mobility, all this also requires to be smart. So all this put together makes a smart manufacturing. The purpose that I'm showing this to you is to open your mind to see that there are so many different fields that are available where technology exists that you can now focus into. You can look at for inspiration. Oh, I would like to be, improve production capacity in a plant, develop a career in that, or I would like to make the world to be sustainable, develop your career in that. So there are opportunities that because technologies exist, You can then build your skills in this area and grab the opportunities. So this is on the these are about the major trends that I wanted to show you. Now let's look at how it impacted technology companies like us, right? These trends. We had products. Okay, Schneider Electric is one of the world leader in energy and automation, and we have more than 2,000 different 500 different products that can cater for energy and automation. Now, and we have major four markets to cater: buildings, data centers, grid, and industry. Now, these products today, because of Internet of Things, have become connected. So that is one layer of transformation that we have. And then, because they're connected, now data is moving from where? From the product layer to the automation layer, which is the edge control layer. We call it as an automation layer. Earlier, we have to automate a product, but since the product was not connected, we had no data coming from the product. But now, because it is connected, we are fetching the data from the product, it goes to the automation layer. And then with that, now a new layer has come. That's the cloud layer. So data from the edge control layer, right? Again, due to Internet of Things, we're able to now connect to the cloud layer. Here's where we apply apps, analytics, and software, right? To give advisory services to our customers, how to optimize the consumption of energy in buildings, data centers, grids, or industry, or how to optimize the process in each of these sectors. So that is the advantage that we have got right now. We call at Schneider Electric this new layer as EcoStructure layer, right? It is because it is serving the ecosystem. We call it EcoStructure layer. Now I'm going to show you a small video to see how this is actually being applied.
At Schneider Electric, we are focused on improving your business's safety, reliability, efficiency, sustainability, and connectivity. We do this with EcoStructure, our single, open IoT-enabled system, which allows us to innovate at every level, across connected products, edge control, and apps, analytics, and services for your enterprise. Leveraging our deep domain knowledge and applied experience in 4 end markets, we deploy solutions based on 6 validated reference architectures: building, power, IT, machine, plant, and grid. At the heart of our IoT system architecture is the EcoStructure platform, connecting everything in your enterprise from the shop floor to the top floor, collecting critical data from sensors to the cloud, analyzing data to discover meaningful insights, enabling you to take action by closing the loop through real-time information and business logic. The EcoStructure platform enables embedded connectivity and intelligence using standards-based communication protocols and the ability for smart devices to perform native analytics and make controlled decisions. It assists developers, system integrators, and your engineering staff in building applications such as monitoring, visualization, and control systems for implementing smart operations across your enterprise. Leveraging scalable Microsoft Azure IoT technology, the EcoStructure platform allows Schneider Electric to deliver value-added digital services to help optimize your operations. It is now simple for you to both adopt and build IoT-enabled applications that drive tangible business outcomes from the latest advancements in mobility, cloud technology, sensing, analytics, and cybersecurity, while ensuring that those applications are quickly scalable and deployable in an industrial-grade, mission-critical computing environment. The EcoStructure platform is our latest innovation in a decades-long evolution, which combines our best-in-class OT solutions with the latest in IT technology, empowering you to maximize energy efficiency and sustainability, optimize asset availability and performance, enable smart, productive, and profitable operations, provide mobile insight and proactive risk mitigation, foster open innovation and interoperability, Enabling innovation at every level, the EcoStructure platform is the key to unlocking trapped value in your operations and tapping into the true potential of the Internet of Things.
So you could see whatever I told you before, that how convergence of operation technology and information technology is really happening. There's so much technology you could see there right now in that video. And isn't it so exciting for you to be part of this also, rather than simply think that you want to be sitting only developing some software in somewhere? This is the technology that I'm inviting you to focus. And it's there in all the core industries now, right? And you have a great opportunity to develop your career in these technologies as well. Now, moving forward, I would like you to now bring forth what are the different future skills that is required, right? Now, if you look at what is the current challenge that is there today, the current challenge today in the academia today is that our academia is by default focused on sharing the theoretical education, which is very important, right? You need to know the theoretical foundation for the education, but the problem is that we are limited to only to that due to various factors. It's not blaming anybody, but that's how it is. There is a need for actually transforming the way we are approaching to learning today. So based on that, the labs are limited to actually teach the concepts of the learning models, right? But there's no skilling is missing over there right now. And so therefore, teaching is not exposed to mega trends and the future skills. Now with that, let's look at what is then required as per the mega trend. What are the different future skills that are required? If you look at from urbanization, right, then we'll require this future skills that are required is in data science, data analysis, smart buildings, smart energy, smart water, smart governance, smart integration. These are some of the skills that are required. If you look at from the digitalization standpoint, you need to develop a skills in analytics, IoT, extended realities, digital twins, sensors, automation, right? And if you look at from industrialization, you look at from smart manufacturing technologies, robotics, automation, industrial IoT development, Industry 4.0, energy management. These are the different future skills that are required when you look at from the mega trend. Now, so we need to bridge this gap. Okay, this is the gap that you need to bridge. Now you can't wait for everybody to, institution to do that, government to do that. But as youth, you need to take efforts to actually build bridge this gap for yourself. You can choose any of them, but you need to then start bridging the gap and develop skills in this area. Now, I'm going to take the next few minutes into actually sharing with you. Okay, Schneider Electric, you're saying this is the gap, this is the technology and all that. Some question may come to your head, but what are you doing as an industry? Now, we recognize this gap, okay, that, and we said, rather than keep complaining, there are no skilled youth available to absorb the technologies that we are developing. We said, we'll work with academia, we'll establish academia, industry academia partnership and develop skills for the youth. So education equipment services, where I belong, actually does that work, right? That is the work that we are doing, building industry academia partnership. So our vision is to empower the youth with the skills of today and prepare them for the future. And our mission is to transform the education landscape and youth empowerment through industry and academia partnership. And how we position ourselves is as a turnkey training partner for the institutions, offer advisory services, offer equipment for skilling, software for skilling. We offer the training curriculum, right? We do the train the trainer program, run the operations if required, etc. The complete gambit for what is needed and skilling for the future skill. We have established ourselves as a turnkey training partner for the universities. Now, what we do is we do two ways. One is we build center of excellences. We are focusing on development of ITIs, development of diploma, engineering graduates by establishing skill development centers, right? So around 35 skill development centers have been established in the country now. We also work with the university to enhance the curriculum. So there's an electrical curriculum today, right? Or mechanical curriculum today, electronics curriculum today. We try to bridge the gap. We enhance the curriculum with these technologies. So the students, as when they are doing their regular curriculum, they also get exposed to automation technologies, electrical technologies, and they come out with a minor degree, either in industrial automation or building automation or energy management, whichever the students can, whichever the student is, interested in. So today, in the last 5 years, we have done this work across the country. We are able to impact around 10,000 students every year in India. Now, what we have developed curriculum is, you saw the trends. Based on the trends, we created a curriculum on smart energy. We have created a curriculum on smart buildings, and we have created a curriculum on smart manufacturing or smart factory. And we also introduced learnings in digital blocks, skilling in digital blocks like extended reality development, IoT development, OT cyber security, etc. So we have come up with different curriculums along with the right equipment, the hardware and the software, which can be integrated in the studies today, so the students are industry ready as they're coming out. Now, two ways we do it. One is we develop center of excellences in building automation, industrial automation, smart energy, mechatronics, etc. Or we integrate that in the different, in the curriculum. For example, first year you can integrate some of the curriculum, second year, third year, fourth year, etc. Similarly, we've done it for ITIs and diploma. Now, these curriculums then will benefit the requirement in building industries, manufacturing industries, and energy industries. So that is how we have designed. Now, just to give you a glimpse, this is how the center of excellence will look like. This is at the ITI levels we developed, right? In the remote areas like Uttarakhand, Delhi, then Cochin, Don Bosco Institutes all over India, several ITIs, Orissa, several ITIs. Now, ITI students, as when they are studying, they have an opportunity to do it, or they can do it post ITI. Now, this is for post engineering, post diploma students in various institutes in Bhubaneswar, Ahmedabad, etc., Karnataka, etc. Similarly, these are some of the initiatives that we have done in curricular enhancement in ITIs. So, ITI students, when they're completing their studies, they're also skilled in various technologies. This is at a diploma level. Government of Tamil Nadu, they have developed 6 diploma institutes in various districts connected with in a hub and spoke model where they have introduced building automation technologies, industrial automation technologies, etc. And then in engineering institutes. So by the end of last from 2000 by end of last year, we've been able to impact worldwide. This is a worldwide initiative. Schneider has been able to impact around 6,81,000 students, right? Around 9,000 faculty have been trained, 10,000 students. See, one of the things that you can also imagine is that once you are trained as youth in these technologies, one is you can look for jobs in this area. Second is you can become your own entrepreneur. 10,000 students have become entrepreneurs. That means they have learned, say, for example, home automation technology. They started offering home automation technology as a business. So around 10,000 students have become entrepreneurs. So once you get skilled, you have also an opportunity to become entrepreneurs. So this is what I wanted to share with you in short, in that 50 minutes time that I have been given, that there is a world which is moving in a swift way, right? Because of IoT and different technologies, but you need to skill yourself, bridge the gap, for which my effort was to show that these are the trends that are going, moving, and these are the skills that are required based on the future trends, and these are the opportunities that exist for you. And it's now up to you to take the initiative to look at which are the skills that you need to develop, which are the trends that inspire you, which are the skills that you need to develop. Go forth for it, right? Develop yourself and grab the opportunity. Else, what will happen is you will just miss the bus because you're just not aware and you're just not doing the required work of developing yourselves. With that, I really want to complete this session and open for the next 5 minutes if you have any questions on these topics. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was really a very enriching experience. You have shared a lot of information, even in a small period of time. And there are some queries that are raised by our students. They are posted in the YouTube live chat. First one is from Divya of final year. The query question is, as local energy sources like solar and wind grow, managing them all gets tricky. How do you see AI helping us coordinate these scattered system in real world?
Very good. Thank you very much. That's a very good point. Exactly which I shared in the presentation, Divya, is that these are the energy that is produced from various sources. One is the renewable. You talked about renewable sources, fossil energy maybe, or storage energy maybe, right? Uh, they need to be managed well. So we have got something called a grid management. Okay, smart grid management. So there are different sources that feed to the grid, and there are different users that are there. There are urban users, there are rural users, there are residential users. They require, the energy demand varies from time to time based on the usage, and at the same time different sources of energy are fed to the grid. Smart grid is what is now a technology that is coming in. It is already coming, right? Which actually addresses it. Okay. And smart grid collects data of consumption, collects data of generation, and draws out analytics, and helps manage the grid efficiently. So in a very short way, I'm saying it's the data that is collected, that their data is connected through Internet of, because of Internet of Things, data is now available. Now the data, on the data analytics is applied, and how to balance the load, how to manage efficiency, productivity of the grid. Everything is done through data analytics today, right? So you have a right question. The technology already exists, right? You can go forth and learn this technology and be part of that. Thank you very much for a very good question, Divya.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Someshwar. Can you explain how smart grids and IoT are contributing to efficient energy management?
I told the answer right now.
Yeah,
For the
you
same
told the
question.
answer right.
Good,
Next
but that is a good question, huh?
Yeah. Next question is, what are the top emerging trends in the energy and automation sector today? This is from Pavin PRJ of final year.
Energy and automation. Good. See, in energy, we have having because of digitization, energy management is a big a lot of innovations come in energy management because of digitization. So digitization is a trend in energy management, okay, in energy, to make it more efficient. We call it electricity 4.0, right? In Standard Electric, we call it electricity 4.0. So we are applying digitization on energy management. So that is a trend. On the automation side, the trend is moving towards uh, what you call as universal automation. See, in automation, there are different technologies or different companies. Now, engineering of at a plant level, engineering, if someone has to do engineering, he has to learn different technologies, right? He has to learn, for example, how to operate a Schneider PLC or how to operate a Siemens PLC, which has got certain differences, and he has to wait for learning that to do engineering. But a new platform has come now. That platform is called, based on IEC 61499, that the platform is called Universal Automation, where in that platform I can do engineering using object-oriented language, right? For any make of PLC. It could be Schneider, ABB, Siemens, etc. But in this common platform, I can do the engineering first and then download the software to any of the manufactured PLC hardware. So there is now universal automation is a trend that is coming. Robotics is already been there, but is now going to at a different level. Robotics is going to be a trend. The biggest other trend is all these technologies are put together to form smart manufacturing. So smart manufacturing, that is digital manufacturing, I should say. Digital manufacturing is a trend that is emerging in automation.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
sir.
that question. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. One more question, the last question. Since you had mentioned building automation, I wanted to know how your thoughts on MEP engineering, especially regarding its relevance and demand in the Indian job market.
Good. So MEP has got its own demand, okay, MEP engineering. Because I said why the demand is coming is because a lot of new buildings are going to come, right? Smart cities, that is, you saw people are moving to cities, means a lot of buildings are going to come. But when the buildings are going to come, they're going to be smart. But MEP does what? MEP does engineering for the buildings and plants and everything. And even smart manufacturing is coming, right? So a lot of buildings are going to come, a lot of industry is going to come. So MEP is going to cater to basically to the requirement of electrical, plumbing, etc. into a building sector. But what is adding on to the existing MEP is on the smart technology, smart building technologies. That is safety point of view, security of the buildings, right? Efficiency of the buildings, intelligence of the building. All that is now going to add. So MEP is already there. On that, smart technology is also going to sit. So you will have a much bigger landscape to learn now to become an MEP engineer. So if you are focusing on to become an MEP engineer, so very excellent field. Now from a traditional design, you'll have to also learn about the technologies that come in to make the building smart. So it will be very, very interesting field for you to pursue.
Thank you, Bora, for asking this question. And with this, I think we will wind up the question session, and I will invite Dr. P. Kavita, Associate Professor, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A very good morning to everyone. As we come to the close of yet another enriching session of our generic talk series, it is my privilege and honor to deliver the vote of thanks for today's event. First and foremost, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, and members of management for their continuous support, vision, and encouragement in organizing such thought-provoking and impactful sessions. Their commitment to academic excellence and industry engagement is what makes events like these possible. A very special thanks to our distinguished speaker, Mr. Sai Krishna Rao, Senior General Manager, Education Field Services, Schneider Electric India Private Limited, for sharing his deep insights into the emerging mega trends in the energy and automation sectors. Sir, your talk was not only informative, but also inspiring, especially for our students who are preparing themselves to become future leaders in core industries. I wish to thank the organizing team behind this event who have worked tirelessly to ensure everything runs smoothly, from planning and coordination to hosting and technical support. A sincere word of appreciation goes out to all our faculty members whose involvement and encouragement plays a vital role in success of these events. To our dear students, thank you for your enthusiastic participation and eagerness to learn. You are the true inspiration behind every initiative we undertake. We also extend our thanks to the parents who continue to support and encourage their wards in their academic journey. Last but not the least, a very big thank you to all our viewers, both within and beyond the RMKEC community, who joined us today through the RMKEC YouTube channel. Your virtual presence adds great value to the success of our series. With the gratitude in our hearts and knowledge in our minds, we look forward to meeting you again in the next edition of our generic talk series. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Dr.
Thank you,
Atanukam,
everyone.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Meena Kumari for inviting me, and Dr. Makesh for coordinating and making this happen, and Dr. Geeta Ramdas for really giving this opportunity to do that. I want to thank the RMK management for doing this. I really want to accolade them for the wonderful initiative that you're doing. And then each one of you, the youth who are seeing this, thank you for bringing your listening. And I wish that you will take input from this session and grow in your careers and contribute to the nation. Thank you very much. Have a great Sunday and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you once again.
Namaste.
Thank you so much from RMK team.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Shanmugam, sir.